Thank you so much. Welcome. My name is the one, the King himself. Merry Christmas and a happy 2021. That is abiri mugumuntu agalo bebaza olwensonga nti nomubadde okuva ezo twatandikira mpaka ate wano mwaka gubadde mwavu nnyo gubadde mu corona nga bitutwala bibaddemu ebintu bingi, but we specifically said this is a year to be happy about. So for that reason, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much okubanga mutuwagidde wano ku Celeb Jazz nze ne Lawrence ne team yonna ya Celeb Jazz tubasuubiza nti omwaka 2020 tugenda kuba tubawa ebirungi bingi nyonyo naye nga olunaku lwaleero amawulire go mangi twagala ogamba kitalo nnyo ekya muganda waffe Franka Senteza yatufuddeko ate wali e Masaka mu struggle munnange tugamba inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun, era nga twagala okusaba omwoyo gw'omugenzi Mukama agulamuze kisa olw'ensonga muno yatuvudde ku maaso olunaku lwabadde lunaku lwaggulo mu struggle. So olunaku lwaleero bamaze okubanga bamuziika era nga bibaddeyo bingi nnyo. Ashraf ye wetwogerera akyali mu ddwaliro tannabeera ng'ateera okuva muno bamukubye rubber bullet ku mutwe wano ku skull, era nga munnange neemwabya oba nemuyuzayuza omutwe gw'okusikini konakona, era twagala okumusabira abeere ng'atereera amaliddaali saana. Naye ng'etuvudeyo tugendako mawulire still ag'olunaku olwamawulire agakoze around the world ekitegedde mu Uganda naddala mu Kalebule olugambo ate neefanaganako eng'ebyo. Katusokere ku story ya mwana muwala amanyiddwa nga Nabbi Omukazi. Ono nno mujjukire muno Christmas yagiriridde mu kkomera eri side z'ekitale yange eno munnange abadde aveddeyo for a long time, for almost 2 weeks oluvannyuma okuba muno bamukwata olw'okuba muno yakozesa erinnya eritali lye okufuna ssente. Yafuna ssente through false pretense, era ssente zino zibalirirwamu obuwumbi n'obuwumbi bwa ssente ze Uganda. Naye ate ekyalo ekyasinga omusibya yali obstruction of the law. Yes, obstruction of the law. Okuba muno yagezako ga okulemesa abasirikale okukwata eyali muganzi we amanyiddwa nga Pastor Silajje. Yes, Pastor Silajje, era nga munnange ono omusango gukyagenda maaso nga twabagamba mutugenda kwatu batusaako byonna ng'ebigenda maaso mu kooti ze Uganda. Mukijjukire muno ono kooti yamusalira ne mugamba agirabira kwa rimanda mpaka ng'ennaku z'omwezi 5 omwezi gwa January omwaka 2021 asobola okuba ng'akomezebwawo, asobola okuba ng'ate aweremba n'emisango gyonna egigenda maaso mu bulamu bwe. So n'olw'ensonga eyo njagala mbeere nga nkutwalako mu vidiyo eno eya Nabbi Omukazi mu kooti bamuwozeseza ku bakatira ka screen si Lawrence ka TV ngali ekitala tutegere n'embeera ye n'emisango ki gavumenti ya Uganda gyemuvunaana ate tubeere nga tukomola nga tugenda maaso bagamba muno akaseera kazigizigi nnyo kyolina okukola kiri kimutambula ne masiki yo bwamuwodda osobola okuba nga ogyekumisa kubanga covid ye gyali ate ng'akyatta abantu bannyo mu ggwanga lya Uganda. So tambula ne masiki yo beera ng'osanitizing engalo zo asoose okuba nga olaba ku mwaka 2020 katugende wa Nabbi Omukazi bwe tukoma tugenda kwagenda amaaso namuli amala mangi nnyo. My name is one, the King himself, ate nga ku kamera alikuwa mwita mwana mulenzi sa Lawrence.
here. There are 3 more here.
Yeah, no, they have 4 according to our record.
Pardon?
According to our record, they are 4.
Coming out today here?
One is the oldest.
Please mask on.
No.
All these others. What? For what?
The fourth time.
Before who?
Before
Also kindly,
you worship a church.
yeah, I have 3 houses. So do we have Silajje Semanda? Where? Semanda.
Silajje Semanda, put up your hand.
Are they called Jimmy? You don't have Musha Franklin on. They were representing
Yeah,
you.
no, we are not
Pastor Silajje Kayima is married to, Pastor Silajje Semanda is married to Nakayima Margaret's sister. And who is present in court worship, in case courts want to verify that submission. The wife of Pastor Silajje is present in court, and the wife is the sister to Nakayima. So there is a relationship. And 2, these 2 relate as in their religious circles, they are both people of the gospel. So they are not strangers to each other. So therefore, your worship, the fact that the offense was committed 3 years before the alleged aiding of escape of Silajje, this leads to one conclusion, that at the time Nakayima Margaret was arrested with Pastor Silajje, there were no formal charges brought against Pastor Silajje to the knowledge of Nakayima Margaret. Pastor Silajje had not been arrested before that time, before the, Your Worship, I'm talking before the 15th of November 2020, when Nakayima was arrested. By that time, Pastor Silajje had never been arrested of any criminal offense, was not undergoing criminal prosecution in any court of law, to the knowledge of Nakayima, and therefore, this charge of being an accessory to the fact, after the fact, in the circumstances of the case, Your Worship, we submit that the charge offends public policy, insofar as it negatively impacts social relations. Insofar as it negatively impacts social relations. We submit further, Your Worship, that the framers of the law that constitutes the offense of being an accessory after the fact.
Offense of being an accessory after the fact, and this contravenes provisions of the Penal Code Act of this country, and in particular these sections 3931 and 394. The particulars of the charge are that you, Nakayima Margaret, also known as Nabbi Kaima, on the 15th day of November, the year 2020, between Kampala and Mutukula border in Chotera district, you assisted Semanda Silajje, who, to your knowledge, was guilty of an offense in order to enable him escape punishment. Do you understand the particulars?
I understand, Your Worship.
What do you say?
Your Worship, it's not true. As I'm requesting for a project, Your Worship. I'm kindly requesting for a project.
So I have recorded here that you denied the charge in count 13.
Yes, Your Worship.
Yes, yes.
The worship inquiries in this matter, my dear Shwari, we are clarified.
Your Honor, our representation in this matter is too late. First of all, have instructions to apply for bail for A1 and A4. And secondly, we have also been instructed to raise an objection in respect of the charges for still F1 and F4, but for convenience purposes, we have put our objection in written submission. And we have filed the same.
Actually, you're supposed to make the objection here. Then put your
Much obliged, then
I've seen so many writings from you, some were asking for revocation for fire from me.
We also raise an objection to this charge for being illegal, unconstitutional, and unfounded for the following grounds, Your Worship. Your Worship, the particulars of that charge are clear, as stated in the charge sheet, to the effect that Nakayima Margaret, on the 15th day, Your Worship, dates are critical here, on the 15th day of November 2020, between Kampala and the Mutukula border, Chotera district, assisted Semanda Silajje, when to her knowledge was guilty of an offense in order to enable him escape punishment. These are the particulars in the charge sheet. Your Worship, the offense of being an accessory after the fact is defined under section 393, clause 1 of the PCA. 393 of the PCA, clause 1, to the effect that a person who receives or assists another who is, to his or her knowledge, is guilty of an offense in order to enable him or her escape punishment.
Which section?
It's section 393, Your Worship, clause 1 of the PCA.
What does it say?
It says, Your Worship, it defines the offense of accessory after the fact to the effect that a person who receives or assists another who is to his or her knowledge guilty of an offense in order to enable him or her escape punishment is with us. We pray to tender it in court for court record. So, but Your Worship, for us we are safe. It's our client with the
Have you
problem.
been meeting your client?
We haven't met our client from this date, Your Worship.
Before, because the day he tested positive, and all along you had been meeting. So you
No,
think
Your Worship, court doesn't have to worry
and you
about it.
carried all people and brought them to court. So I can wonder why you come on court. Is it like those are the judge neighbors, the friends, the relatives, everyone to bring them all.
Your Honor,
Because some of
unfortunately,
them are family
we are
members of
making-
Mondo, relatives, close friends, and all that. So this is not nice.
No, Your Worship, it wasn't our own making for these members to be in court, Your Worship. They are their own right, Your Worship. They're following up their duty. So, Your Worship, on the issue of Pastor Mondo Michel, that's the reason he's not in court, Your Worship. He's undergoing treatment and he's ready to appear as soon as he's discharged and probably upon criminal summons being served on him, Your Worship. He's more than ready to appear and respond to the charges brought against him. Worship, I let you proceed. No matter respect of Pastor's life. Your Worship, our preliminary objection is premised on Article 23(1) of the Constitution. Much obliged, Your Worship. Our objection is premised first on Article 23, Clause 1 of the Constitution, which protects personal liberties.
So you're free all
Yes, Your Worship.
friends and all.
First, Article 23, Clause 1 of the